All right, are you guys ready to talk about the daily fives? So let me give you a little history on the daily fives. When I had my babies a long time ago, well, actually, I have a 6-year-old. So I have a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 6-year-old. So when I had my first set, 16 years ago, I found that I really had some like hormonal issues. I don't know if it was like completely diagnosed um, depression, but it was definitely like major hormonal, like baby blues to the max. Like just couldn't get myself out of bed, couldn't get myself like one foot in front of the other. It was rough. And I knew I had to do something to just kind of get myself productive, and more than being productive, but just feeling good during the day. Because when we do get things done, it does make us happier, right? When we actually go to bed that night feeling like we were in semi control of what was going on with our day, and that we actually got the things done, the tasks done that we need to that day, there is a sense of like accomplishment, and it does start making you feel a little happier and a little bit more content and a little bit more motivated to wake up the next day and try it again, and like you're not being defeated. And so these daily fives I created during that season of my life when I was in survival mode, and I was like, I gotta figure out a way, first of all, to get my mood back up, because I just can't live like this. And second of all, to actually be productive. And for me, having a list of things that I needed to do that were very, very easy, it was almost like I had a little bit a track. Like I would wake up every morning, I'm like, okay, if I do these 5 things, then I know that my house is going to feel really good. It's going to feel really like I've got some control over my home, and it's not like defeating me. And they're not too hard. Like I'm not going to waste all of my precious energy doing these things only to like be needing a nap afterwards, now my kids need me and I got to do all the meal things. Like it was a very low bar sort of way of attacking my house, but it was super, super effective. So I just saw these as tracks. And if any of this resonates with you guys, I would like you to try these, get yourself on these tracks every day. And it's a way you can check out your emotions, no matter how you're feeling that day, whether you're feeling great, whether you're feeling sad, whether you're feeling discouraged, where you're feeling like you're just overwhelmed. Just don't give yourself a choice. Do these things. Don't give yourself an emotional choice. Do it on autopilot. And I promise, as you do it, you'll build your confidence, and every day you'll be like, oh wow, I'm really seeing a difference in my house. And it didn't take a lot of energy. So anyway, I wanted to give you guys a little backstory on the daily fives. So what the daily fives are, there are a list of 5 habits that I created that I feel like attack the very core of what makes a house feel calm and peaceful. So you're gonna, there's a lot of things that you see on lists, like make the beds, like those kind of things. You're gonna see that some of those aren't really on here because I'm attacking the things that make us feel like we can have friends over, or we can live on our own house without feeling like we're just like letting things go. So we're gonna attack like the goldfish that we're crunching on the floor, and we're gonna attack like we've got kids potty training, and so all the pee that's sitting on the floor from that, like we're gonna attack like the major stuff, right? And then once you start getting that done, then make your bed and do all those other things that you can do, that is just like one step, the next step. But for right now, I consider these, like I said, the survival of the home. If you have these in place, you're gonna be feeling really good. So the first one we've already talked about is start your load of laundry every single morning. Grab your coffee, do your morning ritual. Next thing, start your load of laundry. Then the next ones I'm gonna read off, and then I'm gonna kind of talk about when you can do them. Wipe down your bathrooms, like with like a Clorox wipe or your natural wipes or whatever you like to do. So I'm just talking about, when I say, this is what I mean. just the actual like sink area where all the toothpaste and stuff would be, like just that part, and then a quick wipe down of the toilets. You know, get down underneath where all that pee lands from your 6-year-old, and you know, like where it just feels good. Somebody could open up the toilet and it feels clean. That's what I mean. So 2 minutes. And then the third one, check floors. Here's the deal. You want to own a cordless vac. A cordless vac is necessary for the daily 5s, because the idea is you just grab your cordless vac, you give the high traffic areas of your house a quick vacuum, and you're done. So you don't want this to feel like a deep clean where you're like plugging in the vacuum. You want this to be really quick and easy. The fourth thing is pick up and put everything in its place. So there's lots of ways you can do this. You've heard of people using like the cleanup basket. This is what I like. If you're home, you're doing this in the declutter method, right? If your home has a place for everything, then your family and you should be able to very quickly, for 15 minutes, go through the house and just put everything where it goes. If you go through my Calm the Clutter series, everything in your house will have a place, including all those papers that are piling up in your kitchen. The toys have a place and it's labeled. So that's your goal, is that everything has a label and a home. And so when you do your decluttering, everything easily falls into place in your home. Now all of the common areas of your home feel really clean and stuff's not like shoved into the closet. Okay, the other one is unload the dishwasher and clean the kitchen countertops. So let's go through. I'm going to tell you my favorite times of day to do this. You guys can do them whenever you want. Like you can do one of them during your kids' nap time. You can do just as long as these daily 5s get done sometime during the day. That's all that matters. So start the load of laundry. I like to do that first thing in the morning. I also, wipe down the bathrooms. Ideally, I like to do them at night, because then you wake up in the morning and your bathrooms are nice and clean. That doesn't always happen because I get tired and I feel like the floors usually take precedence. So I like to, ideally, that's why I like to let you know, doing the bathrooms at night. So if you can do that, great. Usually I end up doing them in the morning right after I get my load of laundry done. A note on that too. If the master bathroom isn't that bad, then just skip it and go to your kids' bathroom. Like if it's not that bad, just skip it and do it the next day. So those are my 200% AM chores. Check the floors and then the cordless vac, doing the vacuuming at night. That is usually for us right after dinner, along with the unload the kitchen. So the kitchen that gets done, my teenage boys do it, and then they know to run the vac right after. So things always get picked up after, after dinner. Let me give you a little tip, moms. Do easy dinners. Don't do stuff that you, during the weekday, just give a favor to everyone. One pot meals. Make it super, super simple on yourself. Pull out your, Martha Stewart recipes on the weekends, but make it where you can actually do dishes after dinner, and it takes 10 minutes and it's really easy on everyone. And there's not like a million pots and pans. So really kind of try to challenge yourself in that, because I'm telling you, that's a game changer too. That really makes a difference. When I started doing that, when I was really cognitive of how complicated my recipes were, I'm like, I'm gonna just keep it simple, super simple. My cleanup after dinner was a lot better too. And everybody was fine. They love the dinners. They don't care. They just, they're good. Okay, so then the pickup, and then what we usually do is you can do the pickup, everything, and put it in its place right before dinner. For the little ones is usually a really good time to do that. If you have an older family, right before they go to bed is usually a good time. So you kind of give them a warning. Hey, you guys have about an hour to kind of everybody go through, put away your stuff. Little ones before dinner, older usually after is usually good. And especially if they're coming home from practices and stuff, say, hey, I just need everything picked up before you go to bed after practice. So those are my daily 5s. If you guys do those every single day, you're really gonna see a difference in your home as far as everything being picked up and tidy and just living in the home that you've always wanted. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. If you want more, head to my website or go to Calm the Clutter and join my Facebook group, Calm the Clutter. It's a public group, and we just talk about organizing, and I talk about my system, and just have a lot of fun. So nice to be with you guys. I hope you found these helpful, and hopefully I'll be connecting with you guys soon.